Hello again, and welcome to Block 1, Defining Conflict. In the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk about some examples of conflict, what conflict is, and where conflict comes from.
However, before we begin the discussion, your facilitator is going to pause the presentation and lead you through an activity.
Conflict can come in all shapes and sizes. There are conflicts which affect the entire world, like wars between countries, World War II for example, or conflicts can also affect a smaller community, like a school board or a city council.
Or conflicts can be small and maybe only affect one or two people, like someone cutting in line at the movies or deciding what to wear in the morning.
There are things we see every day that we don't necessarily think of as conflicts, but they are, like sporting events or elections. Can you think of some other examples of conflict you have come across? Now you've seen that conflict can come in many forms. I'm sure you came up with some great examples. Let's discuss for a moment how we would define conflict. If someone were to ask you to give a dictionary definition, what would you say? Maybe that it's a fight, a disagreement, an argument, or a war. These are all good examples, but really don't say what conflict is. The dictionary would define it this way: a state of open, often prolonged fighting, a battle or war, or a state of disharmony between incompatible persons, ideas, or interests, a clash.
Wow, that is quite a mouthful, and I think maybe a little confusing. Why do we even need to define conflict at all?
That is a mouthful. However, we need to have a good definition because understanding the definition of conflict can help you to recognize the advantages of applying good conflict resolution processes in your life.
Okay, I see. How about this definition? Conflict is what happens when people with differences interact and try to resolve those differences. What do you all think? Let's pause for a moment while you and your facilitator come up with your own definition of conflict.